Gaming is ever evolving, and in 2016 there looks to be a big leap and risk taken with the emergence of VR gaming. It has many people skeptical, some are very excited for the possibilities, while others will always prefer their traditional gameplay. Regardless, VR has people talking to say the least, and the two VR devices that are most talked about are Sony's PlayStation VR and the Oculus Rift. In this video, I'll be comparing the two devices and which one you should be more excited about. With the Oculus Rift being a device to be utilized with gaming PCs instead of a console, there's a lot more possibilities with the Rift. The problem? The entry price. The Rift itself is going to cost $599, that's pricey in its own right. To drop that kind of money on an accessory is not something a lot of people are going to do. But it doesn't stop there, the requirements for the Rift are pretty high, requiring around a $1,000 gaming PC as the bare minimum requirement. And if you're looking to play the higher end games, chances are you're going to need something even beefier. That makes Oculus something only enthusiasts are really going to pick up. With PlayStation VR, Sony isn't just looking to make it an enthusiast-only product. They've made it abundantly clear that they think that this is going to be a big fixture to the PlayStation brand. While we don't know the exact price for PSVR, Sony has said that we can expect the price to be around that of a console. Now, while on the surface that might sound pretty high, considering the Oculus is $599, I don't expect PSVR to cost that much. At most, it could be $450, but to be honest, I don't even see it costing that much, because you have to understand, Sony knows what happens if you price a product too high. Look at the PlayStation 3, that was released at $599 and hardly anyone was able to afford it. They know that. That's why the PS4 was initially priced at $400 at launch. They've learned from their mistakes. Plus, considering PSVR will only require the PS4 and not a gaming PC, it's gonna make entry into Sony's VR gaming a lot cheaper. Price is a big factor, but just as big of a factor is the experiences each platform has. This is another area where Sony is gonna have an edge, because Sony themselves are pouring millions and millions of dollars into the development of exclusive VR experiences. Gran Turismo Sport, Riggs Mechanized Combat League, and Until Dawn Rush of Blood are games that will only appear on Sony's PSVR.
Crowd control looking to outflank. Here comes Kill Switch. Boom! Takedown! The crowd goes wild. He's through on goal. Denied! Great defense! 60 seconds left. Scores are...
While Oculus does have a few exclusives in its own right, such as Edge of Nowhere and The Climb, the fact that Sony themselves are focused on not only creating VR, but also creating PSVR exclusive games will give them an advantage. And the problem with both platforms is that none of the big publishers such as EA or Ubisoft are gonna create big budget games for VR because it's an unproven platform. Sure, they might make a smaller game such as Eagle's Flight, but as far as real big budget experiences go, it's gonna be sparse. That's why the fact that Sony's in-house studios are developing games for PSVR becomes all the more important. The real uncertainty with PSVR is the performance. Is it possible that Sony will be able to run VR games smoothly using the PS4's hardware? Bear in mind that PSVR will also have its own processing unit, but still, is the idea of Sony offering a VR experience for pretty cheap with all things considered too good to be true? That's something the jury is still out on. With Oculus, because it's using a gaming PC, we know that the potential is limitless. But with the PS4, you're gonna have a limit to what you can do with the hardware. And with Sony, whenever they try to push a new product, they've been rather inconsistent. They released the PlayStation Move, and within a few years, that was a dead product. Same thing goes with the PlayStation Vita. Will PSVR follow the same trajectory? I hope not, but it is a possibility. The idea of virtual reality being the future of gaming is gonna have a lot of people skeptical. Regardless, there's gonna be a big push towards VR gaming in 2016. What do you guys think? Are you excited for the PSVR? Or are you gonna be picking up Oculus? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.